The Colombian said, in return, only the capital of Liberia, and landed there on September 25, 2012. Thing left was for Paul Roux to go to Liberia and meet the cartel as representative. We saw that he was born in Zimbabwe and grew up in South Africa. There. A week later, they deposited enough money for 24 grams of the sample. The Colombians tested it and said it was clean. We are ready. Of course, who remember that for years Paul Roux talked about how the D was after him, that he took a flight to Monrovia. There are others, and many thought he was boasting and trying to show his importance. Of course, he talks about wanting to get a new identity for himself. In an online chat that one of his former employees sent to the writer, he says, "It needs to have a death certificate that says it died multiple times. Not one of those birth certificates that you use once and it's useless. Then I want a birth certificate with a new name. I want something that will work for me for a lifetime." We don't know if he got the birth certificate he wanted and didn't use it, or if he didn't get it at all. But what actually happened is very different from what he was thinking about during that chat. In reality, when he felt danger, he devised another plan, even bigger and more elaborate than the one he had been executing until then. We heard the story of a ship that was seized. Then, the people involved in that ship case were either killed or disappeared one by one, and all clues led to Paul Roux. After that, we saw that, in a way that is not very clear to anyone, Paul Roux gradually got involved in arms dealing. He got into strange businesses that had nothing to do with drugs. It seems that a lot of money and power gave him these opportunities. His organization had also become strong, and he often used the same people who were working for him in the drug business. We saw him managing strange and various other activities with them. For example, we heard a little about him going to exploit some forests in Africa. We heard about a very large land deal he was making with Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe. Then we heard a little about his strange work in Somalia. There was a conflict between tribes there. People have different opinions about what he was doing there, but the scenarios they describe are stranger than each other. We also heard a little about how Paul Roux easily eliminated people who were previously very close to him, very important people in his organization. We saw that before he became such a serious criminal, he ran a semi-illegal, semi-legal business, an online pharmacy. We get acquainted with other parts of Paul Roux's life in the Philippines and see